Imagine a world where the United States did not exist. No New York, no Washington, no Hollywood, no Silicon Valley, just vast forests, endless rivers, and millions of Native Americans living across a continent unknown to most of Europe. How did this land become the United States of America? To understand the birth of America, we must travel back more than 500 years. This is the complete story of the origins of the United States. Long before Europeans discovered America, the continent was home to millions of indigenous people. Hundreds of tribes and civilizations flourished across North America. Some were hunters, some were farmers, some built large cities and trade networks. These Native American nations had their own cultures, languages, religions, and governments. For thousands of years, they lived across the continent. But everything would change in 1492. In 1492, an Italian explorer named Christopher Columbus sailed across the Atlantic Ocean under the Spanish flag. He was searching for a new route to Asia. Instead, he reached the Americas. Although Columbus never landed in what is now the United States, his voyage changed world history forever. News of the New World spread across Europe. Soon, Spain, Portugal, France, England, and the Netherlands began exploring and claiming territories. A race for power had begun. By the early 1600s, England wanted colonies in North America. In 1607, English settlers established Jamestown. This was the first permanent English settlement in America. Life was extremely difficult. Disease, starvation, and conflicts with Native Americans killed many settlers. Yet the colonies survived. Soon more settlements followed. England saw America as a place for wealth, land, and opportunity. In 1620, a group called the Pilgrims sailed to America aboard the famous ship Mayflower. They wanted religious freedom. They settled in present-day Massachusetts. Before landing, they signed the Mayflower Compact. This document became one of the earliest examples of self-government in America. The idea that ordinary people could govern themselves would later shape the United States. Over the next 150 years, England established 13 colonies along the eastern coast. The colonies grew rapidly. Farmers cultivated land. Merchants built businesses. Ports became centers of trade. Cities expanded. Although they belonged to Britain, the colonies developed their own identity. People increasingly saw themselves as Americans rather than simply British subjects. In 1754, Britain and France fought for control of North America. This conflict became known as the French and Indian War. Britain won, but victory came at a huge cost. The British government accumulated massive debts. To recover money, Britain decided to tax the American colonies. This decision would change history. Britain introduced new taxes on paper, tea, and other goods. The colonists were furious. They argued, "We have no representatives in Parliament. Why should we pay taxes?" Their slogan became, "No taxation without representation." Tension increased. Protests spread. Anger grew. The relationship between Britain and the colonies began to collapse. In 1773, Britain imposed new taxes on tea. Colonists responded dramatically. Disguised as Native Americans, protesters boarded British ships in Boston Harbor. They dumped hundreds of chests of tea into the water. This event became known as the Boston Tea Party. Britain was outraged. Punishments followed. The road to revolution had begun. In 1775, fighting erupted between British troops and colonial militias. The American Revolutionary War had started. Colonial forces were led by George Washington. At first, the Americans faced enormous challenges. Britain possessed the world's strongest military, but the colonists fought with determination. They believed they were fighting for freedom. On July 4th, 1776, a historic document was adopted, the United States Declaration of Independence, written primarily by Thomas Jefferson. The Declaration announced that the colonies were no longer under British rule. A new nation had been born, the United States of America. Its founding principles included liberty, equality, and individual rights. The war continued for years. American forces received support from France. This assistance proved crucial. Finally, in 1781, British forces surrendered at Siege of Yorktown. The revolution was effectively won. In 1783, Britain officially recognized American independence. The United States had become a sovereign nation. Winning independence was only the beginning. The new nation needed a government. Leaders gathered to create a constitution. In 1787, they drafted the United States Constitutional Convention. The Constitution established a democratic republic. Power would be divided among three branches: executive, legislative, judicial. This system still governs America today. In 1789, George Washington became the first president of the United States. His leadership helped stabilize the young nation. Washington set traditions that future presidents would follow. America had survived its difficult birth. Throughout the 1800s, America expanded westward. New territories were acquired. Settlers crossed mountains and rivers. Railroads connected distant regions. The nation grew larger and stronger. But expansion came with conflict. Native American communities were displaced. Many suffered greatly during this period. By the mid-1800s, disputes over slavery threatened the nation. In 1861, the American Civil War began. It became the bloodiest conflict in U.S. history. President Abraham Lincoln led the Union. After years of fighting, the Union prevailed. Slavery was abolished. The United States emerged united once again. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, America industrialized rapidly. Factories expanded, cities grew, innovation transformed society. The United States became one of the world's leading economic powers. Following 2 world wars, America emerged as a global superpower.